my God.
Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, 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 Christmas cousins? I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
Yes, a bespectacled Cousin Seth, looking very good today, as usual,
thank
Seth. You always look good, but some days you even somehow raise the bar and look better than other days. I like the glasses look.
Okay.
We'll get into that. Joining us today, and then I'll get into what we are, who we are. Joining us today, the inimitable king of all superfans, Cousin Lee, everybody. Cousin Lee.
Hello.
Cousin Lee, who has just joined the show. He's here all the time now joining us. I think he lives in Seth's back house, his pool house, like the Cato Kalin of the Christmas cousins. And we also have the one and only, the legendary Christmas Aficionado, the scion of the great inventor, Robert Fulton, the inventor of the steamboat. That's right, Joe Fulton, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Without his great-great-grandfather, we wouldn't have a steamboat. We'd be rowing down the river, the Allegheny, or the Nantahala, or whatever that one is.
Yeah.
The Manahangalala.
I don't think I'm that close of a relation, but it's distant relation.
Claim it. Why not? But who are we? We are the Christmas Cousins podcast. I'm Cousin Chad. I love the holidays. I love the seasons. My dear cousin Seth. Oh, thank you, crowd. They love it too. My dear cousin Seth was not doing any of the fun of the holidays and the seasons. I said, let's take a journey. Let's go through together. Let's record it. Let's have fun. Let's bring along our Christmas cousins and really dive in here, see what happens. We've gone through a whole slew of different things, all the way through Seth starting at a festive freshman, becoming a seasonal sophomore, graduating right now. He's a jolly junior. And why are we here today? Frankly, I'm not sure. No, actually, why are we here? Last night, we were on Joe's legendary, I was actually representing the cousins. I was there on Joe's legendary Christmas Summit podcast on YouTube. If you missed it, it was really fun. My dogs are still excited and barking about it. And there's just always great timing. So it was a roundtable of these elite holiday minds. We had Kacy from the Heart of Hallmark reviews. We had Daniela from Hit or Miss Hallmark. We had Dan from Deck the Hallmark. And we picked our movies that we thought were underrated and should be in the top 100 Hallmark movies. Joe, is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, very good. But there was so much to unpack and left that we said, let's meet today. Let's do a quick wrap up, get some thoughts. Seth and Lee were watching, so they have thoughts. Oh, and Seth, we have a fun announcement for you, a surprise. Right, Joe?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Breaking news, Seth. Yes, we're putting a tariff on you. No, Seth, what we're doing
is my summer work schedule.
Exactly.
There was discussion of that.
Yes, well, Seth, there were some movies. We were like, well, while we're picking movies, why don't we
assign Cousin Seth something?
Assign Cousin Seth a movie, yes.
That was, there he is.
Seth, give us 30 seconds about what you're looking forward to this summer.
Oh, okay, I didn't do the theme song yet, but hold on 1 second. Seth, the 30 seconds of Seth. Here we go. This is a segment, ladies and gentlemen, where Seth talks uninterrupted for 30 seconds. Here we go.
And this is completely unplanned, just completely off the cuff or off the dome. I'm excited for first of all, thank you very much for giving me a topic this time and just cutting me up. But I don't know if that was planned or just that was the absence of forethought. But anyway, it's looking like the summer is going to be pretty good. I got a lot of things next couple months to kind of get in line. But as long as provided everything does, it's going to be a very busy summer. So my weeks have completely slipped. I don't know. I mean, I'm watching minutes go by. Okay, wait, 3:59, 4. It's got to be 30 seconds. Oh, you want a big reveal?
Sure.
Oh,
Give us a reveal to end it, Seth. You have a reveal?
Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for.
The Christmas Cousins Choir. Cousin Seth, give us your reveal to end your 30-second segment. Yeah, this came early in the episode. Yes, Seth.
I have an official move-in date for Recharge. Wow. There you go.
So Recharge, for those of you who don't know, is Cousin Seth's new business venture. He is one of the world's wealthiest men, but he wants more and more and more. So he's opening a business in South Haven, Michigan. That's going to be coffee, gelato, a lot of fun. It's going to be opening June 5th. Smoothies.
Yeah. That will be it. We'll be up and running. Fingers crossed.
We are very excited, Seth.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's move
So
on.
sorry
Joe,
it wasn't a bigger reveal than that. I mean, I might have divulged some things before this conversation, but I don't know. They're going to come back.
I think we revealed it last time. Yeah.
Can I hijack the show real quick?
Yes, of course.
And here's something I battle with. So we always have this great banter before we hit record. And then our theme song comes on and it's dead silent. Sometimes we kind of bleed over and you can hear some talking in the background. Do we respect the theme song and stop? Or do we kind of like the audience would have heard that it's full rim Seth this time? And they would have been like, what does that mean? And we were complimenting his glasses.
That's right. That might leave questions.
Should we be quiet or do we let it bleed over and add some mystery to the podcast?
Seth, what do you think, Seth?
I think there's I don't know if it's like a little prep or whatever before we start recording, but and those little 30-second gaps of time that you're giving me, anything could come out. Like, unfortunately, that last time it was kind of like pretty boring and mundane, but you never know next time.
I love if something bleeds over. Let it go. Yeah.
So. Well, I have to. The first 15 seconds, I think, is just talking through. Like, all right, I'll just go down some road, and it's just like can't go there. Just constant like this thing in my head. But
we can't let him stop talking. Just let it go. Just let it go.
It's
going through his internal Trinity Point Drive in his mind. Go on, Seth.
Right.
I provided a picture of to you guys.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. That was great. So Trinity Point Drive, for those of you who don't know, is near where Joe and Lee live. I'm not saying what state or city. Just if you look it up, there's a Dick's Sporting Goods near there. It's very fancy area. It's very nice. So let's get into it, Joe. We had the show last night. What were your overall thoughts, and what movie are we assigning Seth? It was a good time. And then we'll ask Seth and Lee, who were watching as spectators.
So my overall thoughts, I purposely, even though Dan may say I didn't, but I purposely picked movies that I thought would create good conversation.
They certainly did.
I do like these movies. Like, that's not a lie. But would I have picked other ones ahead of them? Probably. But I picked them because I wanted to get the honest reaction from Dan and then from Daniela and Kacy. I wanted to see what they would think if I say, well, if I threw out that The Christmas Ornament is one of the best Christmas Hallmark movies, what do you think about that? And believe me, they told me, the people watching last night told me, I was accused of having the worst taste, and then Chad gave his thoughts and of his movies, and I think he came in dead last. I came just above.
Right, and those were my legit thoughts of what were the best movies.
Yeah,
too,
I know.
So that's the sad part. Yeah,
well, honestly,
the
movie The Christmas Ornament that I chose is probably in my top 10, and I know they crapped all over it, but I think it's really good. And here's what's funny is that at Christmas Con in 2019, they had what's her name? Julie Sherman Wolfe was there as a guest. And they asked.
We've had her on the show, the writer of the movie. We've had her on. Great
well, she didn't write Christmas Ornament, but she was asked, what one Hallmark movie did she like? And she says, honestly, there's a movie called The Christmas Ornament, which I think is fantastic. And I was like, I was there in the audience when I heard her say it. And I'm like, all right, well, she agrees. So, yeah.
And that wasn't the one that you were talking about last night that she jumped in and maybe like rewrote or did a rewrite or something like that, or punched up a script maybe?
No, she has nothing. She had nothing to do with that one.
Okay.
But,
I thought there was one discussed last night.
There was, yes, Seth. Somebody did say she punched it up. I don't remember which one that was. Lee or Seth, have you ever seen that movie, The Christmas Ornament? The Hallmark Christmas Ornament? Seth, I know you haven't. Yeah. You haven't even seen an actual ornament, really.
Right. Versions of what it could be.
I don't think I have. I will say the comments section was an absolute war zone last night.
That was awesome. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the double deckers. The Deck the Hallmark fans all showed up en masse and were just like commenting and really mixing it up. And that made it so much fun. I loved hearing it all. And
I have to go back.
Their weight around.
Yeah.
I have to go back in and review all of them because, running the show and stuff, it was hard to keep up with them, especially at the end when we were just like ranking them. I haven't seen any of those comments, but obviously the majority of them came at the very end when we were voting. And so I have to go back and rewatch that just to kind of see what was happening.
Yeah, it did. It was fun. I think we got some new Christmas Cousins fans for sure from it because there was a lot of talk about Cousin Seth's cousin for once. We still don't know his name, but people were liking the pics, and and that was a lot of fun to see that for sure. So so Joe, your 5 movies, and then there's one other one, and I'll say mine, and we're going to pick which ones we assign to Seth. And Lee, if you haven't seen it, you can watch it again because you probably haven't seen a lot of these. But before we do, Seth and Lee, what did you think of the broadcast overall? Any things that stood out? Lee already said the commentary, but I'm sorry.
Lee, go ahead.
I mean, I just enjoy, there were a lot of people involved. So there were, people on screen, on audio, and then there was just a whole separate conversation happening down below. So you look at, however many people were in the comments, but there were probably 20 or 30 people that were active. And then you had the folks talking too. So there was 30, 35 people really kind of going through the ideas, going through the movies, and really discussing. And it brings the Christmas spirit in a little bit.
Yeah, in April on a Sunday night.
So I get to see the statistics of how many people are watching. That you guys don't get to see all of that. At one point, we had 68 people in the broadcast watching, and that was probably about after the first hour. So that's huge for me, to have that many at one point being on there. And we had well over 500 comments. So
wow.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. And it's people participating. It's not just people putting on play and then, doing their laundry. I mean, they're participating, which is, probably huge.
Yeah, that was great, Joe. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad the Christmas Cousins fans tuned in. They hear one of us is going to be on. They show up, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I wait for those 39 million plus that didn't show up. So hopefully they'll eventually bleed over. I'm still waiting.
Have Seth on. You had the least popular cousin, me, instead of Seth. Seth, but by the way, speaking of that, can you give us an update? What is our latest listenership in April? Did we break 40-something million yet?
Oh, we blew past 46 like 2-3 months ago.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
I did not. I
had the wrong number.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Wow. I was going the other way for a little while.
Okay. So over 46 million.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's just like,
wow. It is unbelievable.
Whatever.
It is unbelievable.
For whatever reason, it's just like, I don't know what's happened the past 2 months. We've captured it. Maybe that longing for the season or the holiday feels again. And we've had some pretty appropriate and relevant episodes. So yeah.
Maybe because you've gone full rim. With your glasses, Seth,
possibly. But we did show up in some big reporting or
yes, we
data.
Did.
So as far as across beverage and different
yes,
variety.
We should announce that. First of all, we had an interview with ChristmasEveryMinute.com. Cousin Chris did an interview with us, part 1. Part 2 will be airing live on this show and then on his website too, a great cross-promotion event, which we're doing with him, which is going to be fun. So if you want to hear more about the Cousins in print form, Seth and I can't read it, but maybe someone will read it to us. ChristmasEveryMinute.com. Check it out. There's an interview with your very own cousins. But yes, we were ranked top 15 Apple podcasts. If you type in, what was it, beer adventures? We have one beer episode every season, and we were top 15 Apple podcasts. That was cool. I think the people want us to drink more.
Right. Very encouraging.
Believe me, I'm ready to drink more after what's going on. So.
Yes, we all are.
The other thing I'll say on Joe's show yesterday is the quality is so high, especially the interactive stuff, Joe, where you're actually dragging and dropping, pictures of the movie, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to have that interactive piece, and it's not just people. When you get that many people talking about that many movies, it can start to get hard to follow. But when you actually have them up there, you can see the results visually. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah, no, I took a while to plan on how I would do it. And originally I was going to try to switch back and forth, and I knew that would be too hard. So that's when we decided, well, we'll do the voting at the end. Besides, that'll keep people interested. And I think I need to invite Seth to the next one.
Yes.
I want him to give me what he thinks are the top five Hallmark movies he would include on that list.
Well, oh, sorry, go on. Sorry.
So you've watched probably 20 of them. So
half of 20 of them.
Give or take about 10 or 11.
He's reviewed 20. He hasn't watched them.
Well, you notice how I say the expression, like, I'm not just piggybacking off so-and-so's comment.
So I think the next one will include Seth. I am also most likely going to include Alonzo. Yes. So
it's a real film critic and then Seth doing it. It'll be like Cyrano de Bergerac. I'll be in your ear, Seth, telling you what to say.
Well, that's it. I mean, that was something I was thinking about last night. I was just like, there are a lot of points I was just like, I mean, I knew what the general theme was, but I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. The movie characters and like, you would name somebody as like, oh, is that the? If you use the last name, generally, I'm like, oh, that's the actor. If I knew it, I was a little disappointed. Never been Chris didn't show up anywhere.
Mm-hmm. No Tyler Hines movie, not one of them.
Is that a movie you would like to recommend?
No. I was actually I've seen it.
Yes.
Oh, are you looking for recommend? Yeah. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was.
Well, Seth, we're gonna do it. Well, you're gonna do it on Joe's show.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I'll be given the movies ahead of time.
Here's what would be funny is that if he comes on and he recommends the exact same ones you did, Chad, and then see, good idea. Because I don't think any of yours got to the top. So I think that would be hysterical.
I come back with his list and just see how it category.
Every week we show up. Then Lee goes the next week with it, and every week we show up. Aunt Mara and Uncle Joel show up, and they do it one week. 847-215.
Well, my plan is to do a number of these throughout the year because it's interesting too. It allows me to get a sense of what people actually think. I think there's going to be one where I bring on some Heinies and we decide which is the Tyler Hines one that needs to go into the mix. There's only a few of them, so
yeah,
but I'm sure they all have their opinions. So I've got lots of ideas and I got lots of time to play around with this until I release the list, which won't most likely be until next year. So
till next year,
because by the time I'm done with all of these, we're going to be in the 2025 Christmas season. And there's going to be like one or two that are definitely going to need to go into this list. And so, let's take the time with it.
Okay.
Oh, so I got some time. Yeah, I'll start prepping right away.
No, you're next. We're gonna probably do one in probably late April. So I'll.
Oh, he could do that.
That's this month.
Well, I mean, let's say late May then. We'll do late May. So.
Well, he's going to be opening his business soon. He is going to get busy soon. So I would try to lock him in earlier.
We will. We'll lock him in. I will. I'll get a couple dates out to you, and then.
Okay.
But I think we need to prep him for the show.
As a professional Cousin Seth Wrangler, give him one date. Make it close, okay? Don't do it too far in advance. Don't let him find a way out of it. Don't end up in Paris or wherever he's going to say he is. So here's the thing. Seth, the movie that I think we should assign to you, you're going to like this one a lot. So Kacy, who you've met, we've had on the show many times. She's great.
Absolutely.
From at the Heart of Reviews on Instagram, I believe it is. She recommended a Christmas movie with a bit of a Hanukkah twist too, which I thought you'd really like.
She was talking about that last night.
Yes. So I reached out and I said, which one is it again? And she told me, and I said, oh, good, we'll sign that. Hitched for the Holidays with the grandma from Picture Perfect Christmas, Paula Shaw, who she put on her Hallmark Mount Rushmore of Hallmark actresses.
Now you're throwing way too much information at me. Hitched for the Holidays.
So we're going to review that, and we'll have Kacy on with us, and then she can discuss it. I haven't seen it either, so I'm looking forward to that. So we'll do that soon at some point, but that'll be fun.
So I recommend we watch The Christmas Ornament. I think since Lee's never seen that either, I think that would be good. Now, the other thing is there's a lot of Henry Winkler Fonzie talk. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure Seth has not seen The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, which is also the Fonzie movie. that he was in.
I don't
Right.
think so.
But we're not getting 3 movies in before June, Seth. So don't worry about that. I got your back. It's wait.
I'm just throwing that out there as something to keep on in your back pocket. So.
Okay.
I'm down. That may be a film.
That's a pretty good movie.
You've seen it, Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the others?
On the list from yesterday?
Yeah, just the other two, Christmas Ornament or Hitched for the Holidays.
No.
Okay, good. So, I haven't seen them either. Joe, have you seen both of those, Hitched for the Holidays, and you've seen obviously the Ornament?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've seen. I hate to brag, but I have seen every single Hallmark Christmas movie ever made. So,
One might argue that's not a brag. One might make that argument.
but I've been also watching them for since 2008. So it's it's pretty easy to do if you watch them every year. So
Yeah, that's true. Right. Okay. So overall, though, because this isn't a long episode, overall, it was a good show. It was very entertaining. I was entertained the whole time. I couldn't believe we actually went a long time, and it was, way past my bedtime, past 10 p.m. We went a couple minutes past. I was awake the whole time, which was good. And it was a lot of fun. And I like that we have got another episode out of it today, and then we're going to get another one. We're just going to keep snowballing this thing,
Right.
or 2 more possibly. Yeah, so I think we've covered most of that. Was there anything else that stood out that we need to dissect, disseminate, review?
I don't know. It kind of ties into our discussion again before the show, before the recording starts, our semi-theological discussion. But Dan's teaser for his new show,
Yes.
he dropped a couple of teasers about the way he was brought up in regards to, I think, religion or organized religion, stuff like that. That seemed very interesting. So I was like, I have to check that out. But it was funny. I think it was at the end as well when you're describing, we're the Christmas cousins and what we do and stuff like that. And Daniela was like, it's kind of a very sweet thing, that we're doing over here. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, she has no idea. I'm like, she has no, it's like they make me drink terrible things. She's like, oh, that's so nice. You take your cousin on this journey through the seasons. And
He grows up from, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's more like Dante's journey, cousin Dante.
Exactly.
you definitely need to get John and Daniela on. I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't think you guys have done that yet. So
No, we haven't. We will have them on.
You're always looking for our show ideas. There you go. Just have them on, talk about their history of what they do and the movies.
Are they a couple or
Yeah.
just? Oh, okay. All right.
And they have a YouTube channel. They haven't put out anything for a while. They've been trying to. They also have a lot of side projects going on. So, but if you check out their YouTube channel, they do some really fun reviews. So
Okay.
We will. We'll
Nice.
check it out. We'll have them on for sure. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Well, guys, that's it. We've covered what we need to cover. We said it's going to be a short episode. It's also like in the 70s and sunny, and I've got things to do, So anything else? Lee, thank you for joining. Of course, king of all super fans, Lee. He has nothing to plug. Cousin Seth, Recharge, South Haven, Michigan, opening June 5th.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to accommodate 40 million plus Christmas cousins showing up. You better rent out the South Haven Convention Center.
Right. It's going to be a little crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Are you going to charge for like $3 for a latte, $60 for your autograph?
Yeah. Right. But yeah, they have to be purchased together.
Right. $63. Yeah, I like that idea. And Joe, of course, the Christmas Aficionado, his YouTube, the Christmas Aficionado. That is not it. It's a Wolfie review. The Christmas Aficionado. It's a monetized channel. He does it all year round. He loves pop culture. He loves Christmas. He is the scion of the inventor of the steamboat, Robert Fulton, everybody. And you could tell because behind him are just invaluable artifacts. Woo, woo. That's right. So,
Right.
I mean, this is wild that we even know. Seth, is there anybody, as we end this, in our family that has ever invented anything?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Any inventors? Even when I did my little genealogy search, didn't come up with any inventors or anything like that.
Right. Okay. Well, Seth, we'll edit this out. So ready, Seth? I'll ask again. Seth,
sorry.
who in our family is an inventor? Anybody?
William H. Broham Cohan.
Oh, wow. What did he invent, Seth?
Yeah, amazing what he did. Actually, during
The double steamboat.
Exactly. Well, he actually invented reverse on the steamboat. Before that, it was going one direction. They're like, guys, if we could just do this, and it would save a lot of time because they had narrower canals back then.
Right.
Yeah. So over time, water has eroded the sides, and obviously separated the shores from each other. And
Your family is known for the reverse steamboat.
right. Yep.
Don't try to take this steamboat money away from us. Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds filthy.
Great grandpappy Broman Cohen.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. So what a way to end it. Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you as always.
Absolutely.
ChristmasCousinsPod@gmail.com. Email us, give us a rating. I mean, steamboats wouldn't go in reverse if it wasn't for our family. We deserve a rating, a review, and a subscription. And check out Joe, the Christmas Aficionado on YouTube. Check out Cousin Seth in South Haven, or as they call it now, Seth Haven. And also check us on the socials at Christmas Cousins Pod. Yeah, at Christmas Cousins Pod. That's it. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Thank you.
Reverse
Good.